electoral votes are at stake in this coming hour. Remember, 270 are needed to win the presidency. Jake, we're heading into battlegrounds where the candidates have tried to clearly shake up the electoral map.
That's right. As we move west, we're looking at some states now where they've been trying to change the color of states. We've seen Hillary Clinton trying to make a play to turn Arizona from red to blue, while Donald Trump would like to flip Democratic-leading Michigan or Wisconsin or Colorado from blue to red. Let's check in with our correspondents who are at the major presidential candidates' campaign headquarters. They're both in New York City. First, let's go to Jeff Zeleny at Clinton campaign headquarters. And Jeff, these numbers out of North Carolina and Florida have got to be nerve-wracking for the Clinton team, especially Florida, which they felt pretty confident about.
They did indeed, Jake. Really, for the last couple of days, the Clinton campaign's confidence has been rising about Florida. But what we're seeing here is seeing campaign strategy play out in real life. Keep an eye on Broward County, as John and you and everyone has been saying. Secretary Clinton visited there 3 times in the last week alone. They were literally dragging people to early vote. So that is something that is still out. That's why one top advisor tells me just a few moments ago, there is no panic because of Broward County. But I can tell you, Jake, much closer than they thought. They're also watching Pennsylvania very carefully, but one advisor tells me we're flying almost blind there. This is old school, no early voting. They're frankly not sure what's happening in Philadelphia as much, but first things first. And first for the Clinton campaign is watching Broward County and watching South Florida. Jake.
All right, let's go to Sarah Murray, who's with the Trump campaign just a few blocks away in Manhattan. And Sarah, the Trump campaign, while who knows what's going to happen, they've got to feel pretty good. They're really turning some of these states into very competitive battlegrounds.
They do feel very good about that, Jake, and particularly when you look at Florida and how tight the race is there, they're pleased to see that. But this is not a campaign that's out there popping champagne or rejoicing about the numbers they're seeing. They expected Florida to be very tight and very nerve-wracking, and they are very aware of the fact that if they cannot pull out a victory in Florida, then basically Donald Trump's chances of reaching 270 pretty much evaporate. And so that's why when I was checking in with one Trump staffer about how they're feeling so far about Florida, this person just told me simply scared.
All right, Sarah Murray at Trump campaign headquarters. Let's go to Wolf Blitzer right now.
It's a lot closer, Dana, than so many people thought in these key battleground states. This is going to take a while.
It is going to be a long night. Look, I mean, it is a divided country, and at least as far as the votes are showing us as they're coming in now, that is playing out. I mean, there's no question about it, and especially, and incredibly so, in the purple state of Florida.
Well, let's walk over to John King and take a closer look at Florida right now. John, some of those Democratic-leading counties in the southeastern part of Florida, there's still a lot of votes outstanding.
Still a lot of votes outstanding. The question is, are there enough votes outstanding?
Right.
You go through
Can you see my butt?
And you look at Palm Beach County,
no, you can't see my butt.
53% of the vote counted for quite some time, 57 to 40. So reasonable to assume there are a lot more votes there for Secretary Clinton if the margin holds up. It doesn't always. Could be some more Republican-leaning precincts out there. We don't know exactly what's out there, but if you watch as it's built, it's been pretty consistent. The question is, what's left? Jeff Zeleny was just talking about this. We're only up to 13% in Broward County. Secretary Clinton has targeted this quite a bit. He's at 70-30 almost right there. Let's just go back and look at it comparatively time, 67-32. So at the moment, she's running a little stronger than President Obama was 4 years ago when he eked out the narrowest of victories.
It's fucking nerve-wracking is what it is. It's just so fucking nerve-wracking. I mean, Florida?
And this one's almost
Jesus fucking Christ.
But again, that 9%, when you're talking about, look at the numbers of votes here, that 9%, a decent amount of votes. So we've got some more counting to do here. And just the other thing you start looking for, Wolf, is where are the Republican votes still out? So you're looking at DeSoto County, 100%. A lot of these smaller counties, the rural counties where Donald Trump runs it up, still Polk County, we have nothing. So there's some potential gain for Donald Trump here. But you're starting to go through these. If you come out to the coast, here's a place, Volusia County. This is Daytona area. And this is a place where Donald Trump outperformed Mitt Romney. 54, 55, there to 50. So there are some places where Trump is outperforming Romney, and this is a decent vote total, just shy of 40,000 votes there. He's running up the votes here. He's done very well along the northeastern coast of Florida, Donald Trump has. But again, you find a county, you see a big gap, but it's at 100% when you're trying to make up votes. You move up here, a big gap, but it's at 100%. Then you pull back out where the Democratic votes are, counted here in Orange County, mostly counted here. One of the interesting areas, this is very, very close, and it's going to be very close to the end. If Donald Trump ekes out a victory, he may have his performance right here in the same 10% Pete area. Why do I say that? Let me pull it up. Look at it. Just take the lines away so it's not confusing. Hillsborough County, 51-45. You go back in time. President Obama won it a little bit
right.
You go over here.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Because
I was actually You still said it. You still said it. Oh my God! Can you expect it? Can you expect? Hey, what's up, guys?
Festival in the house.
Six Mexican is a race. What? Fucking saying, Ryan? Aztecs. You know what Aztecs are? You racist. Stay in your failing country. Stay in your failing country.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Yo.
Fuck.
Stay.
No, I'm like doing a, like, I've been recording for about 5.5 hours just covering everything about the election. I know it's boring as shit, but this is...
I'm pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. Trump and Clinton are playing tug-of-war with Florida's dick, and apparently Trump is slowly but surely, you know, gonna get to the finish.
What the heck? Why is oh no? Trump said we lost, guys. We lost. Time to mass suicide.
What?
See, this is why kids today need to get shot in the head. That's why you got beat by your father and you're trying to get forced to join the military and become a cop.
What the fuck? No. Those numbers can't be right.
Doctor.
Those numbers can't be right.
Google? What's the numbers right now? From Google?
That's a pretty healthy lead for Donald Trump, so let's take a look. Number one.
From Google?
What the fuck? Oh, no. This can't be right.
From Google or what?
I'm watching CNN.
Oh my God. CNN is for Hillary.
Yeah, well, I voted for Hillary.
Well, they actually promote Hillary, and they support Hillary, if you didn't know this. Oh,
and?
That's 97% Clinton. Oh, Clinton's winning.
Yes! Fuck you, CNN, your goddamn heart attack inducing charts! Asshole! Okay.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. On CNN, it says Clinton is 97 and Trump is 81, but on Google, it says something completely different.
Okay.
Who are you rooting for, Doctor?
Hillary.
Yeah, woo! I'm running.
All right, 68 and 66. Oh my God.
Clinton's winning.
Oh my
Clinton's
God.
winning. Woo!
Yes! Fuck you Oompa Loompa runaway reject!
The world isn't doomed after all.
Oh, we're not doomed! Gir's doom song shall not come to fruition!
World saved.
Oh my God, it's too fucking nerve-wracking is what it is. It is too fucking nerve-wracking.
So close.
It's so fucking close!
Wait, what did Hillary win? Oh, he's winning right now.
Clinton, but only by her small erected nipples.
Oh my God.
I mean, Trump... Okay. Oh. It's like...
Trump's getting all the small stuff. This is so close.
Oh my God.
Dude, Clinton won New York. Clinton won New York. Let's go.
Yes! New York!
But I'm kind of surprised because that's Trump's hometown.
Well, so what?
Dude, if Trump wins, we're screwed. And the whole world is screwed.
Yeah, if Trump wins, then he's gonna throw in an Emancipation Proclamation for all the Oompa Loompas that Willy Wonka has enslaved, fully knowing that in his words, the Oompa Loompas, okay, let's talk about the Oompa Loompas. They have been enslaved by one white man for far too long making chocolate. He only feeds them cocoa beans. Oh my God. We need to invade Willy Wonka's. We just need to.
Trump won North Dakota, but it's only three votes for him.
What the fuck?
Winning now. Yeah, well now he's not.
Okay,
Oh, is he winning? No,
What?
Clinton has
Okay.
97, Trump has 84.
no. Clinton has 97? Motherfucker!
But, shit, he got Texas, I forgot.
Fuck!
He got Texas?
Fuck!
No way, not to worry though.
Fuck.
California is definitely Clinton has California. They have the most with 50. Clinton has California.
Fuck.
Doctor.
Okay.
Clinton has California.
Yes!
I don't remember California have 55 electoral votes though.
Yeah, no, that'll put her up to like...
Clinton is like, it's basically gonna get California. It's very democratic.
Yeah.
Very democratic. Plus we have the most votes, it's 50, so she should be
Okay.
California.
Okay.
And once it gets to California, woo.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
So good.
Listen, oh my God. It's so fucking nerve-wracking. Why can't it be updated like every 15 seconds? For those of us who don't have the fucking Adderall to wait 30 seconds, just... Then Florida, that fucking dick state?
Look at Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at Google.
Google's like messed up.
Oh, fucking A.
CNN has more live coverage.
Yeah.
It updates every 5 minutes if you go on CNN.
Okay. So, Florida, you
Wait, who are you rooting
fucking...
for U.S. Senate?
U.S. Senate? I don't care about Senate.
Yeah, I don't care about Senate. Well, Senate's winning and Democrats by 3.
Good. Oh my God.
U.S. House, Republicans are winning.
Hey, don't bitch and moan when they have a war started by Hillary.
Dude, it's funny because you act like Trump has good relations.
Oh no, Trump has horrible relations. So I can just imagine a Democratic Senate and House with Trump as president. They are just going to be smacking him around.
Josh, what did you say?
I can just imagine... Yeah, I can just...
Did you say he was friends with Putin?
No, I didn't. I said I can just imagine a Democratic House and Senate with Trump as president. The only good thing about Trump being president is he'll provide more comedic material for late night talk show hosts, comedians, and actors everywhere than President Bush ever did.
Yes. So what? He'll be like the next Lyndon B. Johnson, except more racist. Yep, pretty much.
And fatter.
Yeah, fat.
I mean, let's face it, Clinton and Trump both have the same shape. Clinton's a bit more in shape, but Clumpton's winning by 2 votes. Clumpton.
I want to scale your intelligence by this thing, okay?
Okay.
Dr. Threer.
Shoot.
How is Donald Trump a racist?
Oh my God.
You just did not ask the most obviously answered question in the world. Okay.
What am I asking? Are you the greatest?
Am I the greatest? I'm the greatest lover of thin air available.
That's like asking how a keyboard clicks. It's like
you just...
No.
You just...
Okay. Dr. Threer, if you're not going to answer this,
what?
I'm going to give him time.
Question wisely.
What?
Because this will show how stupid you are. Or
it's funny. You
already fucking failed at this shit, and you need to
I showed you a video, and you just... Josh, Josh, I mean,
okay.
Trump is still a bit, he called 9/11, 7/11.
Oh, dear God. Did Trump honestly go to the 9/11 memorial and try to order a Slurpee? I would like Blueberry Crush. Where's the service guy? I'm trying to answer the fucking question.
You just made points and you're just denying them too.
Yeah. Okay, shoot.
Okay. How is Donald Trump a racist, and give me a reason?
Go on YouTube and type Donald Trump racist. You can find multiple pages.
How is Donald Trump a racist?
Yeah.
He was endorsed by the fucking KKK. What other reason do you need?
That doesn't give you.
Yes, he does. It's so stupid.
You need to go back to 7th grade.
Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna say, it doesn't explicitly say it, but it just said something about his campaign, that if the KKK is supporting it, that has to say something, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no.
No, because he called...
Trump isn't racist, but the KKK is supporting him anyway, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. Remember when he called all Mexicans coming in over the border rapists and drug dealers and...
Mexican is not a race.
Oh my god, I'm done.
You're stupid. I'm not going to have my intelligence questioned by thinking that
Oh my god,
Mexican,
dude, you don't understand. Oh my god.
It's funny how...
See, this is why America's fucked right now. We have Donald Trump and fucking Hillary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then and then we have people who think Mexicano is not a race. You need to go back to geography or cultural relations.
Oh my fucking god.
Also, it's Mexicano. You forgot that he. When you say Mexicano, you must act as a snake. Mexicano. You must act as Trump.
America's fucked right now.
We need to go to Mexicano. We need to go to Mexicano. We're gonna build a wall. They're gonna pay for it, and then they're gonna throw us their piñatas. That's the deal. It's the art of the deal. My dick is the biggest dick in the world. I have tiny carrot fingers. Yeah.
Intelligent level just went down like 50% in America.
Hey, you know what's funny? When your guy you're rooting for called 9/11 7/11. That was a good one.
I'm not even rooting for him. You don't know what I'm just standing.
He's trying to measure my intelligence, which...
Seems like you're rooting for him because you are defending him in some
No, I'm
instances.
just asking a question because intelligent level.
Alright, I understand.
So there's your reaction to Donald Trump.
What is the thing? Did I say, hey, I wanted fucking Trump in the... I said both of these guys are fucking idiots.
I know, but it just seems... You're supporting... Points over. Because you don't want to get back to
Okay.
I didn't even vote, you retard!
Exactly.
Alright.
Wait,
But, I'm not sure if this technically counts as being racist, or just being, racially discultured. Trump posted on his Twitter, happy Cinco de Mayo. I love Taco Balls. The best Taco Balls are made in Taco Grill. I love Hispanics. Well,
oh my god.
Is Mexican, I would say. Hispanic is being a bit broad.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I love Taco Balls. Vote for me.
Yeah, he did. He mocked disabled people.
Oh my god. Clinton's gonna pull through. It's gonna be like the Michigan just went to
Yeah, did you see that? So just because Hillary decided to go to Michigan, Trump decided to cancel his plan and go to Michigan right after this.
Oh, that bitch.
It doesn't help that his whole campaign slogan was also rigged. Yeah.
Oh dear God. Clinton, what? Polls closed.
Did Clinton win what state?
Oh, let's see. She's in Florida. The dick of the states.
Trump got Arkansas, but it's only 6 votes.
Jesus Christ.
When is it going to count California? I don't know.
Okay.
Did you guys see that new GTA update? Woo!
Not exactly the most important topic of conversation at the moment, but sure. Woo!
Let's see movies by the new content sorted out for the next 5 years.
Hey, you know what? Unless they include a presidential election simulator in their next update where you can actively beat the shit and virtually dismember Donald Trump, I don't give a crap about it.
I hope he at least impeaches or something. Please. Yeah, he's gonna get impeached. Who's gonna be the vice president? I don't know about
Mike
that.
Pence. So we're still fucked.
Oh, Trump and Pence, great.
Yeah. It's a beautiful situation overall. It's like as if you saw a unicorn, majestic, beautiful, muscular as fuck, sparkles everywhere, rainbows, Disney songs everywhere. Bella and Edward Cullen are fucking in the corner looking like some sort of rave porn strip club explosion. And there's a leprechaun, a tiny little leprechaun, going about his day. And then Donald Trump slaps the shit out of the unicorn thinking that's the sign for, hey, let's get it on, decides to spear the leprechaun, but not with his horn, with his fucking dick. And then everyone's day is ruined. Even the sparkly fuck couple over there is wondering what the hell's going on, and then it turns into 50 Shades of Trump fuck you.
50 Shades of Grey by Donald J. Trump?
No.
Oh, wait, about Trump.
Everything.
Wait, 50 Shades of White.
No, 50 Shades of Orange.
Oh, yeah.
Oompa loompa doopa dee day. Here's a ball gag for you today.
I don't know why he's so red. He doesn't even go outside. I know.
Yes, I do go outside.
No, I'm talking about Trump. Probably just giant ass windows he has in an office just burns off his skin.
Yeah. He reflects. I think he has a bunch of magnets set up to where they essentially drag out all of his compassion and morals and burn them into a tiny, tiny star. And so that provides the heat that reflects onto his skin. And so what you're seeing isn't so much a tan as it is all the blood and tears that was sucked from that star that was formerly all the goodness within him. Which is why he created Celebrity Apprentice.
What happened to these nuts? They didn't have like 2% of the vote.
These nuts?
Yeah, someone named these nuts apparently had like 3% of the guaranteed vote or whatever. I'm done.
These nuts?
Yes, someone back then apparently.
Where the hell is that guy?
He's perfect right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Hillary's socially awkward, which is, but I mean, if you get Bill just to talk to her, she just never talks. Everything's just been great.
Alright, so Hillary's got Delaware, District of Columbia. Like,
District of Columbia is Washington.
Yeah. Florida is fucked.
What, did Trump get Florida?
No, it's looking like...
Fuck, what the fuck? Damn. Wow. What? Wow, that's funny.
Everyone tune in for the American season finale tonight at 8.
Yeah.
But, didn't Hillary only have to win one battle? It was great.
I would have voted for him.
The reason Bernie Sanders dropped out is because it's better to have a two-party system than 1.5 versus 1 system, because it's going to be 2 Democrats versus 1 Republican, basically. Yeah, still, I mean, Bernie was great. Yeah, but it was a big split between Hillary and Bernie. And decided, you know what? If we have a fight over Democrats, we're going to lose, and Trump's going to win.
Yeah, so we need someone. I'm sorry to say this, but...
Well, actually, no, that's not the case, because I'm pretty sure if he was actually in there right now, like on the ballot,
he would have gotten great, but I mean, but Democrat, and then a Republican. Republicans might just win. It's just a more likely chance.
I'm pretty sure if he was on the ballot for like a third party or something, he would have probably won. I guarantee this. Because I'm looking at the state that I'm in, and it completely flipped to Republican.
Were you bottle state or were you the stripe states?
It's one of the states that was actually matters about this campaign.
Why is everyone so up in arms about Florida when it's California they should be keeping an eye on?
Well, the thing is, I don't understand that because I don't remember California having a shit ton of...
It's 55.
Like, I thought it was low.
It's like based on population, isn't it?
I think so. It's like...
one of the two. No, it's if you have a lot of people, then...
California has 55 electoral, and Florida only has 29.
Yeah, because we're not the biggest. I think, isn't Alaska the biggest state, but they have like 3 people.
Yeah. It's completely
It's
fine.
because we're most populated. We have like major cities.
Yeah. The population of Alaska, if you remember the very accurate but slightly twisted documentary of Darklight, the population of Alaska keeps getting decimated by vampires, so that's why they only have 3. Fucking Edward Cullen. Bitch is off his animal blood diet. Fucker's supposed to be, you know... Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's so weird, like, that's ridiculous.
I wish that Romney would have come back. I mean, he never got elected, so what? Yeah, he can.
Fuck Romney, are you fucking retarded?
I don't know, I don't fucking know anymore.
Look at the Trump, fucking oil pipeline in the fucking middle of the United States. It's like building a fucking Great Wall of fucking, hey, let's just blow up this pipeline.
We're already building a Great Wall, basically. You know, what's funny is like...
That Great Wall won't work.
Yeah, it's
just gonna dig under that shit.
And it's also against the Constitution, so...
Yeah.
If these Trump supporters, they're like, oh, build the wall. And, yeah. Think about it, if we were even to build the wall, what would we use?
He would just make ladders.
I know, there's always ladders underground.
Probably the best way to build a wall, it has pit mines surrounding it.
Oh, that could happen.
Alright, hold on.
But then the people would just learn to defeat it.
Yeah.
This is fun. I mean, this is, but that's starting to get out a little bit. I want this fully so you make sure we have the full count of the vote. When you look at it through,
The fuck is calling me?
In Ohio, going the way it was 200,000 vote lead, and that's significant. You get the 300,000 vote lead, then you come into here and you say, okay, what have I got left? She might have 100,000 there, maybe a little bit more, but if you have 200,000, that's the math you're doing down in these wards when you're going to call all your people and say, in this Democratic area, what's still missing? How much am I going to get? Athens is relatively small, so there's some there for
literally, Trump was looking into Ohio. I want to go to New Hampshire right now because look at how close it is in New Hampshire. It's only, Clinton is only 72 votes ahead of Donald Trump in the state of New Hampshire.
I'm in the garage.
I'm 47.5%, 47.5%.
About to head out to feed the horses.
19% of the vote is in here.
Noticing a trend?
Yes.
Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, now New Hampshire. And these are the states that are going to decide who the next president of the United States is. Ohio. These are the states. You go Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio. Now New Hampshire, it's only 4. It's the smallest. We just went through, we haven't gotten to Pennsylvania, which is 20. It's only 4. It's key. It's key to the Trump map. It's a place that Clinton very much wants to win. We don't know much about New Hampshire, to be perfectly honest, because if you look, it's 19% of the vote. It's come down to Congress. This is a liberal area. And that's
100% reporting already. So in a sense, I say we know nothing. In a sense, that is something. If that's 100%, there's not more votes to be gained for Hillary Clinton in one place where she would get them. It's not a giant population center. New Hampshire's more many small towns than it is any one big population center. But you come down to Nashua, this is a place Secretary Clinton's going to have to run it up. You come over here to the seacoast, Portsmouth. We have no votes from Portsmouth yet. This is where she's going to have to run it up. You know, as you look at this, but you've got a whole lot of business still to be done. I just want to show you, go back in history. It sprinkles back and forth. There's a Democratic area up here. This is where it's key for the Republicans to run it up. Manchester City, if you come in down here, just come down and come around. That's Goffstown, just outside of Manchester. Manchester City, we'll see what happens here. Yeah. Donald Trump was there just the other night. This is a gritty blue collar. You know, if you go, there's 51 to 43 in the early returns there. That means, again, remember this, 51 for Secretary Clinton, 55. Donald Trump is not overperforming. Is it the same as Mitt Romney? This is a place. You could have a state where you start to look. We haven't talked much about the third-party candidates yet. There could be a state or two where we start to think, are they changing the margin? That could be one right there in the state of New Hampshire, that 4% for Gary Johnson.
Let's go to Michigan right now, because Donald Trump is ahead with only about 15% of the vote is in. But in Michigan, this is a state that Donald Trump was predicting strongly he would do well. And you see right there.
That's the national vote. I was just going to say, in the Trump war room right now, they would like to hit freeze. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, red at the moment, the early results. If they could just freeze the map right now, they'd be quite happy. I don't say that to be, smart aleck. They're looking at themselves right now in the early returns.
He's up by almost 20,000.
They're doing what they said they would do. They are competitive across the Rust Belt. Very early returns. So let's just take a breath. But they are proving that they'll be competitive across the Rust Belt. We'll see when we get to 15% and higher. But that's a very close race right now. So what are you looking for here? Number one, you're going to look here in Wayne County, in Detroit. We only have 5% of the vote. This is your biggest chunk of votes, and it's your biggest chunk for the Democrats right here in Wayne County. Now, so if Donald Trump keeps it that close in Wayne County, then Donald Trump has more than a good chance to win Michigan. Again, it's 5% of the vote, so we don't know where it's coming from. We'll see how that one plays out. You move up here, Oakland County. This is out in the suburbs. This is Mitt Romney's birthplace, Oakland County. Hillary Clinton running ahead. I just want to match this one up, 51-43, 54-46. So she's a little under Romney, a little under Obama at the moment. He's around where Romney is. 37% of the vote counted there. One of the places we will look at here, as always, just for historical perspective, Macomb County is the legendary home of the so-called Reagan Democrats. How did Ronald Reagan win Michigan, blue-collar voters? Donald Trump wants to prove to us tonight that he can create new Trump Democrats. So we'll see what happens. We have zero from Macomb County right now. Just for you watching at home, because we have zero, we're not hiding Donald Trump. They're alphabetical. Until you get results, the names are listed on the map in an alphabetical way. So once votes come in, Trump will jump up ahead over the third-party candidate.
Let's go to Pennsylvania.
This is just very quickly early on. These are conservative areas. So Donald Trump is ahead right now because votes are coming in conservative areas, but that's not to criticize, that's to say he's doing what he needs to do in these conservative areas. We'll see how it plays out as we go. You want to go to Pennsylvania, 12% of the vote.
Donald Trump is ahead by what, 107? Hillary Clinton is ahead of Donald Trump by what, about 177,000 votes with 12% of the vote in. She's got 60.2% to 36.4%. That's a healthy lead early on.
I suspect this is about this won't last very long. But Gary Johnson is ahead in one county in Pennsylvania at the moment right now. I just wanted to point out to viewers at home what this color is. You'll see different colors in the map. If there's a tie, you'll see a different color as well. So we'll see if that holds up and pop it. So what are we going to look for here? A couple things. Number one, and I know Jeffrey Lord is in the room tonight, this, what in Pennsylvania they call the T, up from the center and across the top, is very conservative territory with the exception of Erie up here. One of the questions will be, as we were talking about Macomb County in Michigan, how does Donald Trump do in a place like Erie? Well, let's see, a 5-point lead right there. I suspect that's better than it was 4 years ago. And there you go, 57 to 41, 16 points in Erie. If that holds up at 65%, that tells you something. This is, again, a blue-collar area, not unlike Buffalo, New York, my friend's hometown, a place where Donald Trump is trying to sell his immigration and his trade message, and that's a good number. So let's look down here in Allegheny County. This is more about where it should be, 60 to 35 if you're a Democrat. That's what you need there. Let's look back here, 57, 42, 15 points. So you come back in there. This one, only 9%. We'll see how it plays out. Both candidates focusing on that area. But the key is over here. We have nothing from the suburbs yet. We have 37% from Center City, Philadelphia. Watch this number right here. In Philadelphia County, in an hour or two, when we're counting Pennsylvania, maybe 3, when we're still counting the votes here, is this margin around 400,000 or more? If it's not, Donald Trump's in play in Pennsylvania. Hillary Clinton has to run it up in Philadelphia by 400,000 votes, even more than that if she can. And then after that, if she can do that, that makes her competitive. And you see all these suburbs right here. This race will be won or lost. She's currently leading by a little bit. This is significant. Again, this is only 1% of the vote. Donald Trump's running about even in Bucks County. The last Republican to win Pennsylvania in a presidential election was George H.W. Bush. He won Bucks County. No Republican has won it since. So can it be close? Mitt Romney kept it close. If you go back 50 to 49 in Bucks County 4 years ago, if Donald Trump can keep it there, if it keeps him in play, if this is red at the end of the night, that's a good sign for Donald Trump. And then you want to look at these other counties here. This is right here. This is where Melania Trump gave her speech when she went to Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Chester County, it's about 4% of the state population. This used to be rock-solid Republican suburbs. But again, as Democrats have done more successful, especially with suburban women, we'll watch Chester County as we get.
Let's check in Virginia right now, and then North Carolina.
You see the red? I mean, it's just, at the moment, it's staying. So you keep thinking every time you look, are these states going to change? We're up to 76% in Virginia. We're getting 60,000 votes, right?
61,000 votes ahead in Virginia for Donald Trump right now.
And so the question is, you start going, where are the Republican votes? So you check these smaller rural counties, and so you're going through these, and you see all the 100%. So if you're in the Trump campaign, you know that in this rock-solid conservative area, you've pretty much...
This is the state of Senator Tim Kaine, the vice presidential running mate. He was once the governor of Virginia.
This would be beyond embarrassing to the Democrats. And if Donald Trump wins Virginia, Donald Trump is probably going to win North Carolina because this is a more Democratic state than North Carolina. So it's one of the things you watch. So we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're only at 76% of the vote. Again, one of the things you always watch in the state of Virginia is, number one, I just want to come down here and look at the Virginia Beach area. This is a very competitive area down here. Donald Trump running at 50%. Let's compare it. If we go back here, 51-48. So that's about the... She's low. She's underperforming. Again, if this holds up, we're going to look down here and see maybe the third-party candidates coming out of here down there. You have to check the exit polls, do some other research to do that. But we'll watch those numbers down there. And then you come up, I just want to check in these Democratic areas, 96%, 66%, so some more votes to be had here, and some more votes to be had in Norfolk City. This is African-American turnout. So it's not just the percentage. In the end, it's the math. How many did you, not just what percentage are you getting, but how many of your voters have you turned out from a place like Norfolk. But then, again, well, this is going to sound repetitive and broken record, but this is where most of your votes are. Just across the Potomac River in the northern part of the
county, 85% of the vote is not right.
85%, 55 to 40, if you do that math, 52 to 47. So Secretary Clinton is running stronger with President Obama there. Fairfax County, almost up to 70%. But look at the numbers here. There's a population center here. You have more population center here. So you go through this one here. Arlington County is just about in. Alexandria City is all in. Those are big Democratic votes there. And so you're looking around here, you're trying to hunt, you come down here. Prince William County, we're only at 26%. Is that right? Yeah, Prince William County only at 26%. Hillary Clinton there. I just want to compare that to 4 years ago again. She's underperforming at the moment. She's underperforming Wolf here. So Virginia is very close. There's still a lot of votes to be counted in Northern Virginia. That's the difference. Hillary Clinton has closed the gap somewhat, but got a little ways to go still.
Now let's do a key race order right now. Let's start out with Florida right now. 94% of the vote is in. You see Donald Trump maintains an impressive lead of 141,000 votes over Hillary Clinton, 29 electoral votes at stake. Trump is ahead impressively in Ohio. Trump is also ahead. More than half of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a 235,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. Very impressive lead in Ohio right now. 18 electoral votes. In Virginia, Trump is ahead there. He's got a lead of 42,000 plus in Virginia. 77% of the vote is in. Donald Trump is ahead in Virginia. He is also ahead significantly in Georgia. 384,000 votes ahead of Hillary Clinton. 41% of the vote is in. 16 electoral votes in Georgia right now. Another state where Donald Trump leads. There are more states. More numbers coming in. 76% of the vote is in North Carolina, and Trump has a 56,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 49.5% to 47.9%. He is ahead in North Carolina right now, 15 electoral votes there. In Michigan, 17% of the vote is in. Look at this. Donald Trump is ahead in Michigan right now as well, 28,000 plus votes over Hillary Clinton, 49% to 45, almost 46% for Hillary Clinton. 16 important electoral votes in Michigan right now. In New Hampshire, 22% of the vote is now in. Trump is ahead in New Hampshire as well. 1,700 vote lead. Now it's just gone down to 900 vote lead. Look at how close it is. 47.7% to 47.2%. A quarter of the vote almost is in New Hampshire. In Wisconsin, 12% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 25,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 10 electoral votes in Wisconsin, but this is very early. Only 12% of the vote in Wisconsin is in right now. We've got more. Colorado, 42% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 55,000 plus vote lead over Donald Trump. 42% once again of the vote is in. 9 electoral votes in the state of Colorado. And in Pennsylvania, Hillary Clinton right now has an impressive 154,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 17% of the vote is now in. Look at this, 56% for Hillary Clinton, almost 41% for Donald Trump. Pennsylvania has 20 electoral votes, but only 17% of the vote is now in. Let's take a look at the electoral map, see where things stand right now. According to our projections, Donald Trump is ahead. He has 128 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton has 97 electoral votes. Remember, 270, that's the number you need to be elected president of the United States. Donald Trump has the red states, Hillary Clinton has the blue states, all those yellow states. We cannot make a projection too early to call. Let's go to let's check in with some of the campaign headquarters right now. Jim Acosta is joining us. Jim, you're over at Trump headquarters. Breonna Keeler is at Clinton headquarters. Jim, what is the mood over there?
There are some happy campers over here at Trump campaign headquarters, Wolf. It is very clear every time the returns are flashed on the screens here from the state of Florida, this place erupts into cheers, and it's been happening in just the last several minutes when they've been flashing returns from Ohio and Virginia, these other battlegrounds that Donald Trump must win. And Kellyanne Conway, the Trump campaign manager, sent out an email that sort of captures the mood in their war room. She says there's a buzz in the war room that can be felt across the nation. A win is imminent, and America will once again be great again. A lot of campaign spin in that, but obviously reflects where they are right now. We're hearing a lot of pessimism and some people sounding very glum inside this campaign, inside this operation earlier today. That mood has done a 180, Wolf. They are feeling much more optimistic tonight. They were even cheering when they were showing the returns from Marco Rubio, a past Trump campaign foe from the primary days. And so I would say, Wolf, that this place does not sound like a losing campaign at this point. They are, I won't say jubilant, but every time they flash Florida on the screen, it goes wild here.
Yeah, New York City over the New York Hilton. Jim, let's go to Breonna Keeler. She's only a mile and a half away or so over the Javits Center. That's the Clinton headquarters. What's the mood over there, Breonna?
Well, I will tell you, Wolf, that there are a number of anxious faces that I'm looking at here in the crowd. When we were listening to some of the projections come in at 9 p.m., Hillary Clinton winning some of the states that she was expected to, a lot of cheering. But as we're watching now, some of these very close states, there are a lot of people who are glued to the projections. They've been switching in and out of the big screen between an outside program going on where we just saw Senator Chuck Schumer speaking. He could be the Senate Majority Leader if Democrats are to take over the Senate. But going back now to watching projections, this is what the crowd is anxious to be looking for as they see Florida, they see the vote count very tight. Now, meanwhile, Secretary Clinton is about a mile and a half from here. She's at the Peninsula Hotel. She is obviously watching these returns as well. She's with her family. She's with her husband and her daughter and her son-in-law as well as her grandkids and a number of close aides and longtime confidants. She has been working on her speech, both speeches I should say, and she has aides who are sort of working in some of the fixes she's been doing. But again, a lot of curiosity here about how the night is going to unfold and which of those speeches she's going to be giving. A
lot of uncertainty right now. All right, guys, we'll get back to you soon. Let's go over to Jake and Dana. Look at the map right now. Take a look over here. You see Clinton with 97 electoral votes, Trump with 128, needing 270 to win the White House. And you see what's going on. Trump is doing remarkably well.
We have said from the beginning that for Donald Trump to win, he would need to run the table. And right now, we are seeing that there is a path, a very clear path for Donald Trump. He is very competitive in all the key states, including Virginia, which could possibly be, there could be the crack in the blue wall, the firewall that Hillary Clinton had. We're seeing very tight races in the Midwest. The numbers are still coming in. A very nail-biters, not just in North Carolina, but Florida. It seems entirely possible that Donald Trump could end up having a very strong night, even the night that he's been dreaming of. We have a picture, I think, of Donald Trump with his running mate, Mike Pence, watching the returns coming in. This is a much stronger night than a lot of Republican officials thought was going to happen. We still don't know what's going to happen, and obviously the key states that we really need, that Hillary Clinton really needs to maintain. Let's just put this on the board. We need to make Hillary Clinton needs to keep Pennsylvania, and she needs to keep New Hampshire. She needs to keep Michigan, and she needs to keep Virginia. Those four are the ones for all the Hillary Clinton supporters out there wondering, oh my God, we're going to lose Ohio. Oh my God, we're going to lose Florida. Those four are the path. That's the firewall. Pennsylvania, Virginia, New Hampshire, and Michigan. But if there is a crack in any of those four states, this is going to be a night where the Jacob Javits Center is the wrong place for Hillary Clinton to be.
Those four states are states that President Obama carried twice.
That's right. And look, of all those four states, Virginia is the biggest surprise for, really mostly for Democrats. I will say that Republicans outside of the Trump campaign told the Trump campaign long ago, forget, Virginia's gone, even before Tim Kaine became.
Take a look at this. Deanna. You see these four states right there, and you see the states that Jake just circled: Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. Let's start with Virginia. Donald Trump is ahead there by 20,000 plus votes in Virginia. Pennsylvania, Hillary Clinton is ahead, 221,506 votes in Pennsylvania. Hillary Clinton is changing 227,000 votes. Look at how close it is in New Hampshire. Only 404 vote. That's a Donald Trump lead over Hillary Clinton with a quarter of the vote in New Hampshire. And take a look at Michigan right now. You see Donald Trump has a lead of 44,000 plus votes in Michigan right now. 19% of the vote is in. You heard, all of us heard from Donald Trump's advisors over these past several weeks. They had a path, and at least right now, it looks like they do have a credible path.
They do absolutely have a credible path. And look, if this night ends up being the way that Donald Trump and his advisors think, and I hope that it will be, boy, I mean, it's going to put the polling industry out of business. It's going to be the voter projection industry out of business, because I don't know of one poll that suggested that Donald Trump was going to have this kind of night that he seems to be on track to having. And in fact, you know, we all look at these websites. I don't need to name them, but that prognosticate the odds that Hillary Clinton has this percentage odds that she's going to win. And most of them had Hillary Clinton, the odds of her becoming the president, at over 65%. Well, I just logged on to one of them, and it has Donald Trump at 54%. Now, this is not science. This is prognostication based on data coming in and polls and the like. But really, we're seeing, first of all, this is not the repudiation of Donald Trump and Trumpism that I think a lot of Republicans in Washington, D.C. and Democrats hope. But beyond that, we're seeing, as you said, Wolf, a credible path for Donald Trump to the White House. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it certainly could.
And Jim was talking about the feeling inside the Trump victory party, which of course they always call it before we get the results. It's not just there. It's the photo of Donald Trump and Mike Pence watching the returns with the people who have been working on their campaign in the war room is one thing. And then the people who are closest to Donald Trump are watching in a room right now, and they said that the mood has changed.
Now we have two more projections right now. All right, CNN now projects that Hillary Clinton will carry the state of Connecticut with its 7 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins in Connecticut. CNN also projects Donald Trump will win Louisiana with its 8 electoral votes. Another win for Donald Trump in Louisiana. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map and see where it stands with these latest 2 projections. You can see right now Donald Trump's still ahead. He has 136 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 104 electoral votes. Remember, 270, that's what's needed to be elected president of the United States. Red states being projected going to Donald Trump, and blue states being projected going to Hillary Clinton. Let's go over to John King to watch what's going on. John, you were studying this at the Magic Wall so closely right now.
Just going through and trying to look, let's just start down here in Florida. I was just emailing back and forth with a key Democrat and Republicans who know this state very well. The Republican is not a fan of Donald Trump, and trust me, who thinks that Donald Trump has enough to hold on here. That doesn't mean he will. But we're up to 95% here now. And so every time we do this, we go back to the bank of who's left down there. And there's still some votes left in these Democratic areas, but 94%. First, let's just go back to who the state might have. You see right there, 49.
I was going to say, I want to get back to Florida in a moment. Let me take a quick break. We're counting down to another round of poll closings right now at the top of the hour. We're going to get results from 3 more battleground states that will help decide this presidential election. We're talking about Nevada, Utah, and Iowa. In Miami Beach, people are watching CNN. They're following the close race and hoping in Florida, very close. That crucial battleground state still too early to call. More votes coming in right after this quick break.
Stop it, find out what this means, and then it's 100% about each made us. I've roamed and rambled, and I've followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. And all around me, a voice was sounding. This land was made for you.
Any excuse to come to Japan is a good one.
A sushi legend is taking Tony where it all started.
Was it there?
More daily parts unknown. Japan, Sunday at 9 on CNN.
Alarm systems tell us after break-ins occur. So I thought, what if you could prevent burglaries before they happen? My invention, the Ring Video Doorbell, does that.
Hello?
I'm doing free tree trimming estimates.
I'm feeding the children right now.
With Ring, you're always home. Ring lets you see and speak with whoever's at your home from anywhere. And with Blue Power options, you can install Ring in just minutes. Available at ring.com.
If you have people who depend on you, you need life insurance. Plain and simple. That's why Haven Life offers ample, affordable, plain language term life insurance that can be purchased entirely online in minutes. All companies for medical exam for qualified, healthy applicants. See how easy life insurance can be. Apply now and get an instant decision at havenlife.com.
This is Life with Lisa Lane. We run the segments Sundays at 10 on CNN.
Right now we have a major projection in the battle for the United States Congress. CNN can now project that Republicans will keep control of the House of Representatives. House Speaker Paul Ryan's fight to maintain the Republican majority paying off, dashing the Democrats' slim hopes of retaking the chamber. This is an important win for Republicans as we await the outcome of the fight for the U.S. Senate and the presidential race. Jake and Dan, we fully expected the Republicans would win. We're still going to get the number, but they will be the majority, and that is significant.
Yeah, it was not a surprise at all. We knew that the Republicans were going to likely keep control of the House. And the Democrats were having a great period at the beginning of October. It seemed unlikely that the House was going to be able to go from Republican to Democrat.
Gavin, you've been watching this so closely.
That's right, and we should tell our viewers that what this means for us is not that we've called every House race. Obviously, that would be impossible at this point in time of the night. It means that we, looking at the numbers, see that there's no path for the Democrats to get the 30 seats needed to retain control.
So let's get back to the race for the White House right now. We have another key race on. All right, take a look at this. We'll start with Florida. 95% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump has an impressive almost 112,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 49% to 47.8%, 29 electoral votes in Florida. In Ohio, 61% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump there is a very impressive almost 354,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 18 electoral votes in Ohio. In Virginia, Donald Trump is leading there, but very narrowly, only 10,123 votes. 80% of the vote in Virginia is in, 13 electoral votes there. In Georgia, almost half of the vote is in there. Donald Trump once again has a very impressive lead of more than 365,000 votes, 16 electoral votes at stake in Georgia right now. Let's take a look at more results coming in. Starting with North Carolina, 78% of the vote is in. Trump maintains the lead, a significant lead, 85,000 votes over Hillary Clinton with 15 electoral votes at stake in North Carolina. In Michigan, 20% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead there as well by more than 41,000 votes. Trump is ahead over Hillary Clinton, 16 electoral votes in Michigan. In New Hampshire, very close there, almost a third of the vote is in. Donald Trump maintains a lead of more than 1,800 votes over Hillary Clinton. It's very close, 47.8%